when she says get ready for bed, but she wants the book talk version of you. So BookTok is a bunch of porn sick stuff. It's a bunch like they're porn sick. Is that the issue with BookTok?
Way to generalize a group. You must be such a pleasure to be around.
Ah! What is going on here? What is going on here with this BookTok stuff? It's even worse than what I could imagine. What is happening?
Whenever I'm in a reading slump, I remember Character AI Scenes feature.
With Character AI, you can bring books and characters to life.
So they're advertising AI.
I mean Character AI.
There's a lot of things that with something like AI are there. It is unfortunately.
Is this one of the newer dramas? Like there's like several different dramas going on within this community.
Constantly evolving, and it's hard to stay on top of it all the time, but I think it's our responsibility to do the best we can. There was a time I didn't really understand what it was too, but
there's an AI romance novel about being impregnated by a 24-karat Labubu. Can you link it?
it was free to learn.
But I hope we can get to a place where artists and creators are compensated for the work that they are doing that is being used to train these things, to then create things to compete with us. I feel like that's the bare minimum.
Let's discuss the character AI BookTok drama, because seriously, how did we get here? It feels like this corner of the internet, this community, is in meltdown, and there's a lot of people who are not on the same page, so let's keep you up to date. So I suppose a good place to start would be the big three of BookTok. It's these three creators that you might already be familiar with: Larry, Yana, and Mariana. They all have huge followings. They all talk a lot about books, romance.
So these are the main girls.
And they have these enormous followings. I particularly don't enjoy their content, but clearly I'm in the minority since lots of people do. And they also collectively have quite a rich history of problematic or otherwise suspicious behavior. Boys of Tommen edits. So these were AI generated character edits of the boys in that book series. These boys aged from between like 16, 17. So, you know, very much legally minors. And a lot of the comments that creators like Mariana were making were considered very inappropriate. And there was like a lot of infighting amongst the fandom about, is it okay to objectify characters who are underage? And then it's spiraled even further.
Oh my God, that actually is like such a, and that is like an incel talking point. What are these girls doing? Like, I can just imagine incels saying the same shit. Like, well, it's an AI generated minor, so it's okay to be lustful after them because they're not real. You know, like, what the fuck? No,
Larry
that's not.
Reed was very vocal during this. And then we get to the character AI promotion. So multiple huge BookTok creators have been approached and collaborated to make these character AI videos. Mariana has since removed her promotional video, and she's issued an apology where she says this:
I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to think something not. As you may not know, I just shared AI in one of my posts, and I truly was negligent and did not understand the harmful impact that could have on the writer, reader, and author space and artist space. I was uneducated. I did not take the time to educate myself more.
I think for me, the issue that I take with an apology like this is there isn't a lot of accountability. There's actually quite a lot of plausible deniability, where if you plead ignorance, you don't then look as bad of a person.
These white girls are in a timeline right now. I've been able to avoid it so far, but this white girl is in the same timeline as Cutie Cinderella, getting in trouble and then like doing these apologies, and then people are like, oh, that's not good.
Because it's like, oh, I wasn't familiar with the implications of AI, even though this creator and the other creators involved do have quite a history with AI where people have lectured them again and again on what the problem is. It's just they knew this was a big deal collaboration. I can make some coin. You know, maybe donate the coin to help independent bookshops or like creators of color, or hell, even Palestine. Like, can you imagine the impact that these creators would have by spreading awareness about Gaza if you have this many followers? Stuff like that would be nice. And I just know that some of you will turn around and say, oh yeah, but Alfie, the reason we like these creators is because they're fun, they're escapism, they don't mix politics into their content. And for me, that doesn't cut it. Like, we're living in these very political times at the moment.
And like, there is a way to do both. Like, I feel like my content is like fun escapism type, you know, content. And I still cover the things that matter too. Like, I don't like talk about them like Hassan does, because I'm just really not quite equipped to. but it's like I do go over them.
Particularly when both Larry and Mariana were very vocal around the Beverly plagiarism scandal that happened not too long ago. Both of them talked about how they were going to take down their posts regarding the book because they had seen the comparisons made and how this book had like stolen all of its content from another book.
Some of you may have noticed I've been talking a lot about this book, Beverly by Laura J. Roberts, and I just recently took down all of my videos posting about this. And the reason being is I just recently, like as of a few hours ago, was getting DMs letting me know that there may be a potential case of plagiarism.
I just don't see how you can pick and choose your activism like that. And clearly I'm not the only one, because multiple popular authors have now entered the conversation. Victoria Aveyard, the author of the Red Queen series, said, authors voicing our real concerns, fears and disappointments regarding generative AI. Stealing our IP is not bullying. Hope this helps. Exactly. And then to follow on from that, author Rachel Gillick, the author of The Night and the Moth, said, reminder that if you see BookTokers promoting character AI, enemies to lovers arc between you and your dream boyfriend, they're actively promoting theft.
So the authors were like, fuck the BookTokers.
I think that's someone who was not against character AI and was very much on Mariana Reed's side regarding this promotion. Jessa Hastings, the writer of the Magnolia Park series, she had a lot to say.
Being an author but not against like that is so like what?
About bullying and harassment towards certain creators. Which
it's like, does she use
like,
AI
some people
then?
definitely take it too far. Like as I said,
she used ChatGPT to write her books.
Jessa Hastings proceeds to make several posts where she rants about all AI, claiming that we are hypocrites because we use AI throughout our day-to-day lives.
I'm like, no, we don't though. No, we don't though. Like, I don't know. I'm sure some of us like use AI more than others, but like personally, I really don't use AI. Girl, you used AI? I mean, yeah, I've used it. I guess like whenever I did my Wendy AI, I used it. I don't really use, like, I understand why people use it for like work stuff. Like if I were working some of those gigs that you all work, I would be using it too. That's the grind. That's like the fucking world that we live in. But, you know, like I feel like using it for like creativity is definitely like a, oh no.
She's not done there. You use a Ring doorbell, part of the problem. You use Google Maps, part of the problem. If you use a Roomba to clean your floor, you are pro AI and you cannot say anything, which madness all out on this. It is wild stuff. I just don't understand her motivation for going on and on like this, because my immediate thought is like, oh, Jessa Hastings uses AI. She uses generative AI. Magnolia Parks must have been in part researched or written based on AI. So I'm not going to read that. Probably wasn't going to anyways.
Fantasy romance. This is the one where there's the T, right?
Usually when you see this number of chili peppers on a book, the plot is fighting for its life.
My entire body jitters as I rock forward again, then...
Show me how you play with it, come on. Girl.
Oh my god!
The smuttiest, most unhinged, spiciest books I've ever read.
I don't know anything about BookTok, but making fun of mostly women just enjoying something is giving misogyny to me. Like, criticize them for the AI use and the other shit, but I don't know. I guess I'm just blushing over some of these readings.
These are my top 5 books that had me reaching for my bedside drawer. I was so...
It does, like, it does seem like they're just like advertising these books. Like, it's like, are they really reading all of these books? Or is there some sort of racket going on? Ivy spurs nonsense from her mouth as she rides out her climax as I pound into her until she's spent and panting. I rip her from the wall and take a seat on the big lounge chair in the corner, bringing Ivy with me. She straddles my hips as I sit back. I slap my thigh and smirk at her. Flushed cheeks and dazed eyes. That orgasm must have sent her head spinning. Come take a ride. Deeply show me what you've got. As part of me expects her to shake her head in protest, but to my surprise, she raises herself over my... lifting her dress before lowering herself. We both blank at the same time, and then she rides me. She fucking rides me like this, she asks, holding my gaze. I fist the back of her hair. Yes, I grunt just like that. Wait until you find out about gay book talk. Stop. Oh, fuck my toast.